don't have meaning sexual harassment, but for high level, like in America.
Right, right. And this is funny because this in a workplace, sexual harassment might be an important factor, but in a third grade class with the kids sending Valentines, it's funny because the context is wrong.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, Sergey, would you pass the ball to Diana?
Okay.
Okay, Diana, would you upload your profile, please? Diana, do you need help?
Maybe, could you remember what she?
There we go.
Do?
Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. Good. Okay, Diana, go ahead.
And the mother reads a book, and this is the words. Romeo and Juliet met online in a chat room, but their relationship ended tragically when Juliet's husband died. So, I think she said his son these sentences because new generation cannot imagine the real relationship without connecting in the internet and without computers, gadgets, and so on.
Right.
So I think it's funny today.
But this is very good. Part of this is true. Romeo and Juliet had a relationship that ended tragically. But so we take that wonderful piece of Shakespeare or Prokofiev or Tchaikovsky, and we change the context. We put the context in 21st century Ethernet, and we get chat room and hard drive, and it's funny. Yeah, it's good. Diana, thank you. Now, would you pass the ball to Vlad?
Of course.
Thank you. There we go. Okay. Okay. Господин Vlad. Okay. Okay. All right, Vlad. Tell us about this.
I just think that it's a very funny conjunction. As you can see, quality trademark of USSR looks like the Pentagon,
Mm-hmm.
and this joke based on this conjunction between two
Mm-hmm.
between the shape of Pentagon and sign of USSR. So
That's very good.
it's like funny. Yeah.
This is very good actually, and I remember seeing products in the USSR that had this seal on them, and that meant that it was high quality. In the United States, there's a similar quality trademark, and it's called the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval. I put that in the chat. The Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, and that meant that a product has been tested and examined and is recommended. Good Housekeeping is the name of a magazine. Now I noticed that ladies and gentlemen, that you all are not posting. Diana's posting in the chat, but the rest of you are not, and I'd encourage you to do that. Okay, Vlad, would you pass the ball to Konstantin?
Yeah.
And what I should to do?
You upload your cartoon.
Yes. Do you see my cartoon? No?
No. What is it?
I forgot how to.
Okay. Go up to share on the very top.
Share.
And then pull down to File.
Share, yes.
And then, okay, and then find it on your computer.
Housekeeping seal of approval, if anybody wanted to learn a little about that.
Uh-huh.
Do you see something? No?
No, not yet.
See.
Just a minute.
Sorry.
How about, do you have a favorite Russian joke?
Favorite Russian joke? No, I don't have favorite Russian joke. All jokes when I heard somewhere, I don't try to remember.
Okay. Vlad, how about you? Do you have a joke for us for today, a little stand-up comedy?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was out.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you back. Go ahead and tell us your joke.
I'm sorry, I didn't prepare the joke, but I don't know. Sergey told you or not. We decided to make it's a translation of one of very famous and, from my point of view, the best comedy show of Russia. And but
that's for next time, huh? Is that for next time?
Yeah, I just it's not finished yet, but if you will continue the topic of humor, I think it will be great to.
I think so too. I think it's a good idea, but that's for next time.
Yeah.
For this time, do you have a joke to tell us?
No.
No. All right. Konstantin, do you have a joke?
Yes, I found the joke in the internet.
Okay.
And translated in English.
Go ahead.
I tried to in circles and also in circles. One man offered to director of circus an attraction. I have a hippo and giraffe. Hippo would play piano, and giraffe will sing. Oh, it's a great attraction. I should pay you any fees. But how do you manage to create this attraction? It's easy. It's only trick, because giraffe, of course, giraffe don't sing, but he only open its mouth. Hippo play piano and sing instead him. That's all.
Okay, good. Good. Sergey, Konstantin, thank you. What's funny about that joke? Why do you like it?
I think it's political correct. He didn't offer no, because most of our jokes about soldiers, about some of Soviet nations, for example, nations from extreme north, like I don't know, and a great part of our jokes consist from many abnormal words that I don't know how to translate in English.
Okay.
So I decided that this joke is okay for our film.
All right. Good. Okay, Diana. Showtime.
Okay. It's a joke about girls. Girls says to the camera, "Dear camera, I hate the way you make me ugly. Mirror is so nice to me." So, because sometimes in the camera our
image is the word you're looking for. Image. Image.
Our image is not so perfect, and when we look at the mirror, it's more nicely than in the camera.
Right.
So it's typical girls' problem.
Well, maybe for boys too. Maybe for boys too. Maybe for boys too. Very good. We're going to look at a little film clip in a moment, or pieces of a film clip, and talk about by a comedian named Jerry Seinfeld. But before we do, I want to ask you. I want to ask you if there, excuse me, if there are situations or subjects in which humor is inappropriate, in which what kind of humor might be inappropriate? Anyone have an idea?
The humor that offers somebody.
That say that again, please.
When the aim of the humor is to offer something, so somebody.
To offend somebody, to insult somebody. Okay, that's inappropriate. Sergey, we talked about the difference between sexual harassment in the United States and sexual harassment in Russia. And Andrei, what is the like is humor that is racist or sexist? Is that appropriate? Would any of you think it was very funny if you made jokes about a person who was a cripple, who had a physical defect?
No. Yes, it is inappropriate humor.
Inappropriate humor, absolutely inappropriate humor. What else is inappropriate?
Konstantin mentioned that sometimes there are jokes about people who are part of the other countries of the former Soviet Union, right? Frequently in Texas, we hear maybe jokes about people who are Mexican or speak Spanish.
There are also Polish jokes and Irish jokes, and a lot of those are funny, but they're funny at the expense of giving offense or of marginalizing or diminishing the stature of a racial group or an ethnic group. And that's inappropriate. I think that's inappropriate. There's a
that humor that is not funny is inappropriate.
Humor that's not funny. There are a lot of jokes, American jokes about dumb blondes. Dumb blondes that characterize blonde women as being dumb. Dumb blondes.
I have a cartoon about it.
Dumb blondes, yeah. Tell us about it.
I like it.
Dumb blondes.
It was about solving of equation by not dumb, but blonde.
Blondes, yeah. I know one. I can remember one joke about dumb blondes. Now I have to be very careful because, as all of you know, Professor Marston is a blonde, and my daughter is a blonde, and my wife is a blonde, and all of my grandkids are blonde. I'm surrounded by blondinki. But so the man said to the blonde, "Do you know the capital? Do you know all the capitals of the states of the United States?" And she says, "Of course I do. That's easy." He said, "Okay, what is the capital of Alaska?" She said, "That's easy. The capital of Alaska is A." Where are the guffaws? Where are the tee-hees? Where are the giggles?
It's a dumb joke.
All right. Okay, Professor Smith, movie time.
We're going to show you a little clip of, a few minutes ago I used the word stand-up.
mute your mics.
Yes, we'll ask everybody please to mute their mics, and we're going to play a little clip from American TV where Jerry Seinfeld, who's a very famous comedian, does stand-up. He walks out in front of an audience, he has a microphone, there are no props, there are no other actors, it's just him standing up in front of the audience. So we'll go ahead and play a little clip, and we'll end up playing it a couple of times so you can get it. In some places he speaks very quickly, but we'll talk about his humor. And here it goes. Your mics are all muted, so we didn't get to hear you chuckling. What was in the opening? He comes out, he's introduced. His name is Jerry Seinfeld. And what are some of the things he comes out and says? What are some of the first lines that get some laughs? Deanna, I see you've unmuted your microphone. He walks out on the stage, and what are some of the first things he says that are funny?
About babies, about children.
About children, yeah. Is that normally a funny theme? Do comedians talk a lot about, do they tell jokes about children? Maybe not so much, right? You know,
Yes,
these aren't really,
not so much. Mm-hmm.
yeah, these aren't really anecdotal. He's telling some true things, right? You know, a baby's first words are mama, dada, and bye-bye. But the way he tells it, the way he sets it up, makes it funny. He says, their job is to replace us. Mama, dada, bye-bye. And so he's just a little twist, a little setup, and he can make it funny. And he walks out on the stage, he says, thank you very much. He talks about what a nice audience they are, right? This is very common. And then did you notice, Deanna, what else he said that they sort of laughed at about time?
Can you repeat the question?
Right as he's walking out, he's saying, thank you very much, a very nice audience. And did you catch what he said about time that they sort of laughed at? He just sort of walked out and said, well, that's all the time we have. Good night. Why would that be funny, Deanna?
I don't understand it. I didn't understand it.
Okay, we'll get another comedy fan. Who else is with us? Sergey. Were you laughing while we were watching this comedy, Sergey?
Actually, no, I'm not laughing.
Not too funny.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, I'm like Dan and don't understand something, but things what I understand, it's not funny for me. Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe because we haven't got our own children, so maybe that's why we don't understand it. Maybe Konstantin can understand this joke.
I didn't catch also.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll play another. I'll play one more minute of it. Let me start it from the beginning, just so you can listen again. But then I'll play his next couple lines talking about parenthood. But I think your theory is quite right, Diana. That maybe because if you haven't been parents, you would not recognize some of the situations or some of the frustrations. Here, I'll play it again, and I'll let him tell a few more jokes before I stop it this time. So everybody mute your mics, please. The comedian is talking about the role that fathers play, how engaged they are. Konstantin, did you hear a line or hear an item that you thought might speak to fatherhood or parenthood for you? How many, remind us, Konstantin, how many kids do you have?
I have 2 sons.
2 sons. And are fathers always present, always engaged, always helping with the housework, always helping to raise the children?
Engaged. What does mean engaged?
Are they always there and working with their wives and family and talking to them and interacting with them?
Involved in home.
Involved in the home. Yeah. Or are fathers sometimes out working, maybe doing other things, and let the mother raise the kids?
You see, I have understood little, and I think that I should to listen this this performance for thousands of times for understand 10%.
And it's interesting. Parts of comedy are delivered very slowly, but parts are delivered very rapidly, right? For a
I'm
sentence.
sure that it's very interesting. That it's very funny, but I don't understand, and so I can't appreciate this how funny it is.
Let me get Sergey on the line here. Sergey, what were your thoughts about this comedy? Did these funny lines about family life make you laugh, Sergey?
Yeah. So actually, I think for me it's not so much funny. This video. Of course, maybe Diana right. I don't have a kids, so but I don't know. So it's I can't find this video. It's fine. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Andrei, do you have children?
I don't have.
And did you find the topic funny? Fathers, maybe fathers always being absent. Did you find his jokes to be a little bit of fun for you? Were you laughing?
Some jokes is funny, especially about bye-bye.
Ah, so you are married, and you may be thinking there are certain things that in the household that your wife may do, and maybe you will go out fishing or something, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. What are some of the things that men do to get out of the house? This is a great phrase. I needed to get out of the house. Maybe there's cleaning to be done, or housework, or raising children. And he said, where's the dad? The dad is in the basement, or in the attic, or under the car. What are some things men do, Andrei, to get out of the house?
I mean, she must do everything if you want. Maybe raising kids.
Mm-hmm. So the role of the wife in Russia may be a lot of housework and a lot of cleaning and raising the kids. And maybe you're saying your role is to work outside the house. Do you have a sport or hobby that you do outside of the house, Andrei? Maybe fishing. And I think one of our group members told us last time. How do you get out of the house?
I'm working.
So you work very intensively.
Yes.
Okay. Diana, I see your comment there. Maybe men don't take a full part in bringing up the children. Is that generally true in Russia, Diana?
I think that they really don't want to teach children. They always have a job. outside somewhere, and the wife is constantly should teach and upbring children. So in Russia it's a usual situation. Not usual, but
very common.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think so. Or and sometimes father watch the TV and it's like he's absent in the room, he's absent in the house because of he's watching the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's a good example, right? Where's your father? Where's Dad? He's always absent.
You know, the role of a mother, an American mother, might say to her misbehaving child, just wait until your father gets home. Just wait until your father gets home. So the father's role is to be the disciplinarian, to enforce the rules, you know, maybe to, and that's a traditional role. I think increasingly in the United States, fathers take a greater and greater role in raising of their children. But traditionally, the father is a passive participant in that process. Good. Fishing, golf, things that get the father out of the home. We before we leave tonight, I would ask each of you to put in the chat one thing that you learned tonight. One thing that you learned that you didn't know before. One thing that you learned that you didn't know before.
Okay.
For next time, Andrei and Sergey are preparing videos and transcripts, and those assignments will be posted on the Webelang page.
And the links that are on Webelang for the video, I believe that we have gone ahead and put those videos in a place where you can write captions for them. They're at a website called .sub.com, where you can actually very easily create an account and make captions for Uralsky, Peremienny, and some of the others.
Okay. Any other comments before we go about different kinds of laughter? Good. Could I have the ball back, Professor Smith, for just a moment?
For people to write in the chat.
Different kinds of laughter. All right. Now, I want to share one final item with you. I have a theory that God has a sense, and the proof of the theory is this picture. Do all of you see the picture of the pink flamingo on the if you look at the tab that says flamingo, okay? Flamingo. Everybody see the picture? So if you look at the flamingo, well, surely the flamingo was designed by somebody who had a sense of humor. You have a bird that's pink, whose bill bends backwards, whose knees bend backwards. This is proof positive that God has a sense of humor, at least for me. Does anyone else have any concluding comments for tonight? Okay, next week's assignment is a little complicated, so I encourage you to look at that and not wait until the last minute. Anyone else have a concluding comment? Andre, it was good to have you with us today. I hope that you'll come back. We kind of threw you into the deep water from the very beginning, but you performed admirably.
He swam well.
You swam well. Good for you. Molodies.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Anything else? If there's not,
I would say if you have not taken that, made those recordings, the audio recordings for the beginning of the semester, please go and do that now. It helps us if you have a recording showing your starting point. Even if you're continuing from a previous semester, as Heraclitus said so many centuries ago, you never step into the same river twice. This is a new beginning, and we would like a recording of your skill level now. And if you can, please write an introduction. There are several good models there. If you have not heard Professor Lero's recording, his audio recording, please do, because it tells a lot of interesting things about him, and it's a good model.
all right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's see, faculty, are we going to linger for a moment?
I can linger for a moment.
Okay.
I can as well, but have a good evening, everyone in Russia.
All right.
See you next week.
Свидания всем.
Okay.